Welcome to MarcusG.tv. I am Chef Marcus Giuliano, and I'm a chef on a mission. Today's mission is nutrition and nutrition in kids. I'm very passionate about nutrition. Sorry that I don't have a chef coat on. I was actually out running, just ran 6 miles. I've been on a 6-mile terror streak, like 6.5 days a week. Really, literally 6.5 days a week. I ran 26 out of the last 30 days, 6 miles, and I'm feeling phenomenal. High carbonated up with lots of fruit. This is a banana smoothie. I just took 10 bananas, made a smoothie, put a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of hemp protein in there, and 4 Brazil nuts, and man, it's so good. So today's lesson, or what I want to talk about today is, I hear from a lot of parents through the grapevine, and parents tell me about other parents, and my son particularly is too big, too athletic, too talented, kicks the ball harder, hits the ball harder, throws the ball harder, runs faster, outperforms other kids, and that they feel that in some of these age groups he's in with his own age kids, that he could hurt these kids. So they moved him up in Little League last year because it was obviously a mismatch with him and with these little kids. I mean, if you've seen my son, he's 5'4", he's just turned 10, and the kid's he's ripped, he's all muscle, and he's vegan. The kid is vegan and he's ripped. Really, I mean, his six-pack, everything. The kid is, you grab his arm and you feel muscle. Grab his legs, there's muscle going. He's been running half marathons since he was 6 years old, and he's been on an awesome diet, his whole life, because we started him out right at the beginning. And I always hear these parents, your kid's gonna hurt, your kid's gonna hurt our kids, or it's too dangerous to have them play. Here's my answer. You parents have the same opportunity that I do. There's unlimited fruits and veggies out there. You can feed your kids right to increase their performance, increase their agility, thin them out, just make them overall better athletes. It's very possible to do that. I was not athletic as a kid. My wife was sure not athletic as a kid. Our parents didn't do that kind of stuff. There was no athletic in our family at all. So people say, oh man, your kid's so talented. You must have been a phenomenal athlete when you were a kid. No, I wasn't. I rode a bicycle, I went skiing, I did a little bit of hiking. That was it. I never played really organized sports. I was never a runner. I was never into any of that. In fact, I had asthma as a kid. I couldn't even run. And I ran a quarter of a mile and it killed me basically. I had my asthma spray. Just couldn't move. I wasn't overweight. I was thin as a kid, but I was not athletic. And Janie, she was not athletic. Her parents weren't athletic. Our parents didn't do that kind of stuff. So it's really important that you really do that kind of stuff with your kids. You go out and be active, and you run and you bicycle and you hike, and you show them that this is the way that we live. Our bodies are meant to move, and the more we move our bodies, the healthier we are, and the smarter we are, and the better we feel. So I claim Justin's fame here to his diet. He was breastfed extensively till he was like 17, 18 months, which some people don't even think that's long enough. Some people do it for 2 years and 2.5 years, even 3 years. Because mother's milk is just so important, and it's so crucial for development, and you can't get that stuff with formula. And I see a lot of these parents that formula feed. You can't get the same stuff in the formula. It's not natural. I don't care what they put on the label, it's not natural. I grew up on Frosted Flakes and milk and cheese, grilled cheese sandwiches, and all this nasty stuff that my parents thought was okay. And a lot of parents still give their kids today. And we're educated now. We can go on the internet. We can see things. We can look at things. But it's just like, oh, let me take my kids to McDonald's. It's quick and easy. Let's go grab a pizza tonight, instead of like making like whole wheat pasta and fresh tomato sauce, or even buying organic tomato sauce. It's just. I don't get it. And I see what you parents give your kids. I totally see it. So I'm at all these games, I'm at these events, I'm out in social events, and I see what your kids eat. So there's plenty of fruits and veggies. Give your kids fruits and veggies and watch them really become more energy, especially fruit. My kids love fruit. Justin, I can remember when he came home from nursery school at 4 years old, he'd come home and eat 5, 6 apples for lunch. My wife was like, what's he doing? I'm like, his body knows. He knows, I'd rather have him eat apples and try to give him a whole wheat sandwich of some sort, whole wheat peanut butter and jelly or whatever. Most parent organic minded people think it's healthy. Just because it's organic doesn't mean it's healthy. And he would just chow down on this. I was like, honey, let him do his thing. I mean, at 2 years old, he was riding a 2-wheel bicycle. He saw his sister do it, and he goes, I can do this, and got on her bike and took off. Just got on and took off. You know, so it's the food you give your kids. And there's plenty of fruits and vegetables for everybody to go around. So I encourage you to feed your kids right. Feed your kids right and see what happens, you know? See what's out there and be positive role models for them. Go out there and run. Go out there and train with them. Go out there and help them and be a positive role model. My kids always saw me. They've always known me as a runner. I didn't start running until I was 30 years old. But that's all Justin can remember. Oh, Dad goes out and runs. I want to go run. Dad goes out and bikes. I want to go bike. Dad does this. I want to do this. You know, so that's how your kids get trained. They're not going to get trained by your sedentary lifestyle, sitting on the couch and them eating potato chips with you, and then you wonder why my kid can kick and hit the ball and outperform and outrun. You know, you wonder why. Don't wonder why. I'm telling you the secret. It's in the food. Plenty of fruits and veggies. Feed your kids right.